Imagine stepping into a garden. Vivid blooms surround you, fragrant blossoms fill the air, butterflies dance among the flowers. This is the charm of a cottage garden. It's a delightful blend of nature's beauty and a gardener's personal touch. Cottage gardens are a feast for the senses. They burst with vibrant colors, intoxicating scents, and gentle sounds. It's a place where every corner holds a new surprise. The beauty lies in its seemingly effortless charm. Unlike formal gardens, cottage gardens embrace a more relaxed and abundant style. Imagine a mix of flowers, herbs, and even vegetables all growing harmoniously. Climbing roses adorn weathered arbors, their petals painted in hues of pink, yellow, and crimson. Fragrant lavender bushes line pathways, their purple spikes adding a touch of elegance. Sunflowers with their cheerful faces reach for the sky. The air hums with the buzz of bees and the gentle fluttering of butterflies, drawn to the nectar-rich blooms. This delightful chaos creates a haven for pollinators and a source of joy for those fortunate enough to wander through it. Cottage gardens hold a timeless appeal. They evoke a sense of nostalgia and tranquility, transporting us to a simpler time. Unlike modern minimalist landscapes, cottage gardens embrace abundance and celebrate the beauty of nature's imperfections. One of the greatest joys of creating a cottage garden is the personal touch it allows. It's a reflection of the gardener's personality, a canvas where they can express their love for nature. There are no strict rules, only guidelines to inspire creativity. Cottage gardens are also incredibly inviting. They beckon you to wander along winding paths, discovering hidden treasures at every turn. The mix of textures, colors, and scents creates a sensory-rich experience that soothes the soul. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or a small balcony, you can cultivate a cottage garden. It's about capturing the essence of this charming style and adapting it to your space. Let your imagination bloom as you create a haven of beauty and tranquility. Creating your own cottage garden is a rewarding journey. It starts with careful planning and a touch of imagination. Begin by assessing your space. How much sunlight does it receive? What type of soil do you have? Understanding your garden's conditions is crucial for selecting plants that will thrive. Next, sketch out a rough plan for your garden beds. Consider the height and spread of each plant. You'll want to create a visually appealing mix of textures and colors. Don't be afraid to experiment with different heights and shapes. Cottage gardens are all about embracing a natural look. Instead of perfectly straight lines, opt for gently curving pathways and borders. This will give your garden a more relaxed and inviting feel. Remember, a cottage garden evolves over time. Start small and gradually add new plants as you gain experience. This journey of discovery is part of the joy of cottage gardening. Choosing the right plants is essential for capturing the essence of a cottage garden. Opt for a mix of flowering annuals, perennials, herbs, and even vegetables. This diversity will create a visually stunning display throughout the growing season. Roses are a quintessential element of cottage gardens. Their romantic blooms and intoxicating fragrance add a touch of elegance. Choose from climbing varieties to adorn arbors and fences, or opt for shrub roses to create beautiful borders. Lavender is another must-have for its calming scent and beautiful purple spikes. Plant it along pathways or near seating areas to enjoy its fragrance. Other classic cottage garden flowers include hollyhocks, foxgloves, delphiniums, and lupines. Don't forget about foliage plants to add texture and interest to your garden. Hostas, ferns, and heucheras provide a beautiful backdrop for your flowering plants. Their varying shades of green will create depth and dimension. Cottage gardens are not just a feast for the eyes, they're also a haven for wildlife. By choosing plants that attract pollinators, you can create a thriving ecosystem in your backyard. Bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds will flock to your garden, adding life and movement to your outdoor space. Plant nectar-rich flowers like coneflowers, bee balm, and salvia to attract bees and butterflies. These beneficial insects play a crucial role in pollination, ensuring the health of your garden and the environment. Adding a bird bath or a small pond will also entice wildlife to your garden. Provide fresh water for birds to drink and bathe in, and create a welcoming habitat for frogs and other aquatic creatures. Remember, a healthy garden is a balanced ecosystem. By attracting beneficial insects and animals, you'll naturally control pests and create a thriving environment for all. Maintaining a cottage garden is a year-round labor of love, but it's not as daunting as it may seem. With a little planning and effort, you can keep your garden looking its best throughout the seasons. Spring is a time for new beginnings. As the weather warms, it's time to prepare your garden beds for planting. Clear away any debris, turn the soil, and amend it with compost to provide nutrients for your plants. Summer is the peak of blooming season. Water your plants regularly, especially during dry spells. Deadhead spent blooms to encourage more flowers to appear. Keep an eye out for pests and diseases and address them promptly. As autumn approaches, your garden will begin to wind down. Cut back spent annuals and leave seed heads for birds to enjoy. Divide overgrown perennials to propagate new plants. Apply a layer of mulch to protect your plants from winter frost. Creating a sustainable cottage garden is not only beneficial for the environment but also for the health and vitality of your plants. By adopting eco-friendly practices, you can minimize your impact on the planet while enjoying a bountiful garden. One of the easiest ways to garden sustainably is to conserve water. Install a rain barrel to collect rainwater from your roof. This natural source of water is ideal for your plants and will reduce your reliance on municipal water sources. Composting is another excellent way to reduce waste and enrich your garden soil. Collect kitchen scraps, yard waste, and other organic materials in a compost bin. Over time, these materials will decompose into nutrient-rich compost that you can use to fertilize your plants. Avoid using chemical pesticides and herbicides in your garden. These harmful substances can harm beneficial insects and pollute the environment. Opt for natural pest control methods like companion planting, introducing beneficial insects, and using organic pest control solutions. Adding whimsical features to your cottage garden is a wonderful way to inject your personality and create a truly enchanting space. Let your imagination run wild as you incorporate elements that bring you joy and reflect your unique style. Arbors and trellises are classic cottage garden features that add vertical interest and create inviting pathways. Allow climbing roses, clematis, or honeysuckle to ramble over these structures, creating a romantic and fragrant canopy. Birdhouses, feeders, and baths are not only functional but also add a touch of whimsy to your garden. Choose decorative designs that complement your garden's style and attract your favorite feathered friends. Incorporate found objects and repurposed items to add a touch of personality to your garden. Old watering cans, vintage furniture, and antique tools can be transformed into charming planters or decorative accents. One of the greatest joys of having a cottage garden is sharing its bounty with others. Whether it's fresh flowers for a loved one, homegrown herbs for a neighbor, or a basket of vegetables from your garden, sharing your harvest is a rewarding experience. Create beautiful bouquets with your freshly cut flowers. Arrange them in vintage vases or mason jars and share them with friends, family, or neighbors. The gift of flowers is a simple gesture that can brighten someone's day. Harvest your homegrown herbs to create fragrant teas, flavorful dishes, or homemade beauty products. Share your creations with others and spread the joy of gardening. Invite friends and family over for a garden party or a relaxing afternoon tea surrounded by the beauty of your cottage garden. Sharing your outdoor space with loved ones creates lasting memories and strengthens bonds. One of the most endearing aspects of a cottage garden is its embrace of imperfection. Unlike formal gardens with their perfectly manicured hedges and precisely planted rows, cottage gardens celebrate the beauty of nature's wildness. Don't strive for perfection in your cottage garden. Embrace the unexpected. Allow plants to self-seed and spread naturally. Let vines ramble and flowers spill over pathways. The beauty of a cottage garden lies in its unbridled abundance and its ever-changing nature. Each season brings new surprises, and the garden evolves over time, taking on a life of its own. Remember, a cottage garden is a reflection of your personal style and your love for nature. Embrace its imperfections and enjoy the journey of creating a space that brings you joy. In today's fast-paced world, finding moments of tranquility and connection with nature is more important than ever. Your cottage garden can serve as a sanctuary, a place where you can escape the stresses of everyday life and find solace in the beauty of the natural world. Create a quiet corner in your garden where you can relax and unwind. Hang a hammock between two trees, place a comfortable bench under a shady arbor, or simply spread a blanket on the grass and soak up the sun. Surround yourself with the sights, sounds, and scents of nature. Listen to the gentle hum of bees, the chirping of birds, and the rustling of leaves in the breeze. Inhale the sweet fragrance of flowers and the earthy aroma of damp soil. Your cottage garden is a place where you can reconnect with yourself, find inspiration, and nurture your soul. Take time to appreciate the simple pleasures it offers and allow its tranquility to wash over you.